Hi, 4th grade flutes, and I just wanted to take a couple minutes and talk to you guys about our new piece, Bugler's Dream. So if you're practicing at home, I wanted to give you a couple helpful pointers when you're practicing. So if you have that one open, I want to look really at the beginning for you guys. Flutes actually rest in the first 4 measures, and we've talked about that from our previous video, but I wanted to look ahead here and start right where we come in at measure 5. You're going to notice in this song that there is a lot of switching between notes F and D, as well as B flat, D, F, and C, and a lot of D and C. So we start right at the measure 5, we start right on a D, and then go to F. Now if you can't remember that fingering, use that fingering chart that I talked about that should have been in your packet. And to help you out here, for starting on D, remember you have almost everything down except 2 fingers. You're going to press your thumb on the back, you're going to leave your first finger up in your left hand, then you're going to skip this key, and then you're going to press your ring finger and your middle finger, and then you're going to press everything in your right hand except your pinky. So the only 2 fingers that aren't pressing anything are your pinky in your right hand and your first finger in your left hand, and that's D. And then you're going to, at the beginning, you're going up to F. So what you're going to do is actually put your first finger down in your left hand, and you are going to put your pinky down in your right hand, but then lift up your middle finger and ring finger in your right hand. So it's going to sound like this when you have 2 half notes from D to F. So it's a little bit of a jump. So you're going to have to, I would practice going back and forth between D and F. I would take it two notes at a time. Go D first, hold it down, take a minute, and then think about what your fingerings need to go to for F. So just go back and forth. D, F, D, F. Now, same thing later on, we have a lot of C's to D's. So in measure 7, you go back and forth between C, 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 D, sounding like this. So remember, C is basically the opposite of D. You're going to press your first finger in your left hand, no thumb, and only your pinky in your right hand. Everything else is up. There's C. And then D is the opposite. You put everything else down that wasn't down for C, and you lift up the 2 fingers that you had for C down. And again, it would be, even just for the song and not even just for the song, you should practice going back and forth between C and D as maybe even just a warm-up. So I'd like to look at just the first 8 or so measures, or maybe 12 measures in, just in Bugler's Dream for you guys. And we can look at this one and play along. So here is just measures 5 to measures 8. We can say the note names first. We have half notes and we have a lot of quarter notes. So we have D, F, B, C, D, B, C, 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 D, B flat, D, B flat. I would do that a couple times. Finger while you're doing that, so you're fingering the note names and saying the note names instead of just playing. That way you get your fingers used to it, and you can recognize the notes before you have to worry about sound. Then take it and try to play it. Here's the beginning. I'm going to take it nice and slow. You're welcome to play along when you feel ready. 1, 2, ready, and go. So that is measures 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'd like to go ahead here and just look at measures 9, 10, and then 11 and 12. You guys have rest. So really, you're only playing in measures 9 and 10, along with the clarinets and the saxophones. So now in measures 9 and 10, you have, especially in measure 9, you go a lot of back and forth between F and D. You have... So I would practice that, going between F, starting on that fingering for F, and then going to D, back and forth. F, D, F, D, and then playing it. Now, if you're having trouble getting the sound for F, remember, you want to make your hole that you're blowing out of just a little bit smaller and maybe just blow a little bit of faster air. Remember, you're trying to blow across the edge of your tone hole. You're not trying to, you know, maybe think going down like a pop bottle just a little bit, but remember, you're using that edge to blow into. So here's measures 9 and 10. We're going to say and finger first. F, D, C, F, D, B flat. Remember, B flat is thumb, first finger, and pinky. So here's 9 and 10 playing it together. 1, 2, measure 9. Then you rest for 2 measures, and guess what? You basically play the same thing in measures 13 and 14, so it's just a little bit of a repeat. So that's all I really wanted to work on today for you guys for flutes. If you guys want to practice that this week a little bit, you can always go back to the other video and practice the whole thing if you want. Hopefully you're staying healthy. We'll see you soon.